What up? This is Landon Sworts with theepicstorm.com, and today we're going to be playing the Legacy League on Magic Online. Cool, so this copy of the Epic Storm is stock, the same as the website list. We are in the queue waiting for our first round opponent to pair, and I just want to take this opportunity to thank you guys so much for checking out this video. This is the first piece of content that I'm producing for the website. I'm going to be doing a couple videos a month, and I'm looking forward to it. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. Normally we're paired by the 30-second mark, so this is taking a little longer than usual. My apologies for having you guys sit in the queue. Okay, I like this hand. Unknown opponent. Oh, okay. Okay, well, with this hand, we can make goblins on turn 2, but that's not very good against an Elves opponent. We do have a Thoughtseize for turn 1 play. We could look at their hand, try to take a Glimpse of Nature or a Natural Order. And then on the following turn, turn 2, we're probably going to Infernal Tutor for another ritual. And try to set up a Passing Flames line in the next few turns. Okay, so we want to take Natural Order. We're going to Infernal Tutor for Rite of Flame. Second copy of Rite of Flame will add the same amount of mana that a additional copy of Dark Ritual would. And also, by doing so, if we were to draw a Rite of Flame, we would have considerably more mana to play with 3 Rite of Flames and a Dark Ritual than 2 Rite of Flames and 2 Dark Rituals. We need another mana source on our draw. We need them to not kill us this turn as well. It's likely that they are setting up for next turn. So if we are able to draw a mana source, it's probable that we will win this game. He doesn't have a Heritage Druid out. That's good for us. Okay, so that is not a mana source. Um, Four, five, six, seven, eight. Well, we have enough, so that's fine. I'm just hoping the storm's high enough. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, this is fine. I must have miscounted. I don't know what I was talking about when I said we need to draw a mana source. I literally just miscounted. I've been playing a lot of Magic this week, so I'm not burned out, but I definitely need to focus and not get distracted by thoughts from other games. I was literally thinking about something else, but that's fine. We have enough to run this line. I think I was miscounting because I think I, for some reason, thought we were bottlenecked on black mana, and that we weren't going to be able to flash back our Dark Ritual, but that was literally just poor math, and my mind was elsewhere, because we are totally fine. Cast this Burning Wish. Grab Tendrils of Agony. Awesome. So that wasn't a bad game. The plan that we evaluated after putting them on elves, that goblins wouldn't be good enough, and we need to try to find a way to pass some flames. That was good. Taking that natural order on their first turn was good. Yeah. Alright, so this matchup, sideboarding is pretty simple. We literally just take out the Empty Warrens and bring in Tendrils of Agony. That's to play around Surgical Extraction. I've been seeing Goddic Teague online out of elves the past few weeks and month. So we could be bringing in Chain of Vapor, but there isn't really too much I want to cut. It's important that we take Natural Order and Glimpse of Nature with Duress, and we can still Burning Wish for Grape Shot. So I think this plan seems solid. Okay. This hand's slow. Thoughtseize damages us a lot. This hand's better. Gonna be fine with drawing. Discard spell. Hopefully he doesn't name Lion's Eye Diamond or Dark Ritual or Brainstorm. Those are all pretty common names. Typically, Infernal Tutor is the name. Oh, and that's what he took this time. Okay, well, he knows what our hand is, so we're already planning on playing on our Lions of Diamond on our first turn, because we know that post-board Elves often does play this card and we want to play around it. That Dark Ritual is not a bad draw. I'm going to grab Volcanic Island, cast a Brainstorm. We're going to hide Infernal Tutor on top of our library to protect it from discard. Even though most likely he's going to flash back his Cabal Therapy on our Dark Rituals right here. I still want to protect Infernal Tutor, because if he had decided to take a line with Thoughtseize to take a card and then follow it up with a creature in the Cabal Therapy, in the next turns, could have been an issue, but none of that happened, and he didn't have any discard. He didn't choose to use the Cabal Therapy in his graveyard either, so we're in the clear. I think if I was the Elf player, I would have used that Cabal Therapy from the graveyard. I was honestly kind of expecting him to use Cabal Therapy or something. I don't know. That's okay though. We'll take a win. That was not the most competitive match, but that's fine. Cool, so in game 1, we won with a Past in Flames line, and in game 2, we were able to dodge his discard spells and kill him on turn 2 with Infernal Tutor with Rituals and LED for Ad Nauseam. We won the die roll. We'd like to play first. Unknown opponent. This hand, 1, 2, 3, 4, is capable of making 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 goblins on the first turn. We'll keep that. So the only tough decision we have here is what to imprint on Chromox. If we imprint Infernal Tutor next turn, we can Thoughtseize him. If we imprint Thoughtseize next turn, we can possibly Infernal Tutor and begin setting up a second line to combo. I'm honestly not sure. However, we could make more goblins. This line almost slipped past me, so I'm glad it didn't. We're going to imprint our Thoughtseize, and we're going to Infernal Tutor for a second copy of Bright Flame. So this is a pretty good illustration. of focusing on playing tight. I should have seen that line initially, but it was over my head. I'm glad that I caught it. It's possible that he has force of will here. Does Earthman get through? It does. Okay, so this is a much better situation. Initially, when counting the hand, I was just looking for possible mana sources. But yeah, we had exactly enough that we were able to Infernal Tutor for a second copy of Rite of Flame. That's a line that I really like, and I'm glad that we caught. Hopefully he is not on a deck that is able to stabilize from 12 goblins. Misty Rainforest, Tundra. He chose the shuffle, so Terminus would have to be blind, which he did not get. And I feel pretty safe assuming he's on Miracles. Perhaps that's not true, but the shuffle Ponder and then conceding after draw with a Tundra. It just looks to me like he was trying to set up a Terminus. So against Miracles, we want to be fast. So we want to bring in our Hope of Girper. The website would recommend we remove a Chrome Mox to fit in all 3 copies. Cool. The sideboard strategy looks good. We're focusing on being fast and trying to get under the opponent. Kill them before they're able to win a counterbalance. Or Jace. Or let the game run away with accumulated knowledge. That card is very good, especially paired with Jason Mind Sculptor and Snapcaster Mage. Alright, well, we'll keep this hand. I really hope we draw a Dark Ritual. Okay. It's likely if we cast Thoughtseize here, he'll just brainstorm around it, hide his cards from being able to be discarded, whether that's Counterbalance, Force of Will, Fluster Storm, whatever he has to stop us. We can't go for it this turn. Well, we could go for it, actually, and we... Okay, so it's a pretty high percentage that he has something to interact with us. I feel safer going on turn 2. Normally, I don't pass up turn 1 opportunities. We can make goblins here. but it just seems risky. We need to sometimes balance risk, and yeah, so he has Brainstorm. We're hoping that he doesn't drop Counterbalance on his turn 2. Okay. So, no Counterbalance has been dropped. He has 2 open mana. I'm going to lead with Thoughtseize. I'm going to take his Flusterstorm. Two, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we're going to point the duress at him this turn because we don't want to end up in a situation next turn where we are not able to cast duress and take his counterspell. And we're just hoping that the accumulated knowledge and the blind draw are really bad, that he doesn't hit anything to stop us. Okay, so we had enough. We ended up having enough we could have casted this turn, but that's okay. Five, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so we just are hoping that he didn't draw a counterspell. We probably should have held our duress until this turn, but I didn't want to risk putting ourselves in a position where we were not able to cast it. On the same turn as trying to combo. Looking good so far. Yeah, that looks to be enough. Stop at 4. Okay, so he drew Jason the Mind Sculptor, and he's going to concede to the giraffes. That's fine. I mean, I wanted to grape shot him, but it's not the end of the world. We're going to start the queue. Edit a record selection. Cool, we're running 2-0. This feels good. Cool, so round 1 we played elves. We were given a hand that would have been good at making goblins, but we decided to build up a Pass and Flame line, and we ended up killing the opponent game 1 with Pass and Flames, and then game 2, the opponent missed on a Cabal Therapy. They chose to not flashback Cabal Therapy and take our rituals, which I still think is probably misplay, but we had concealed an Infernal Tutor on top of our library and had played out our Lion's Eye Diamond to protect them from discard. And we drew an additional ritual, which is another reason why I think flashing back my Cabal Therapy would have been devastating. And we were able to add nauseam to victory, and then match 2. We were paired against Miracles, and we got the 2-0. Pick back up the recap in between rounds. So, unknown opponent, we've won the die roll. This hand looks great. So nothing beats a pair of balls, so we're going to go for it. He does not have Force of Will. Yeah, that's enough to stop, but we'll go to 4. Oh, I guess we actually could have went lower. We drew the answer the ones, didn't we? Oh, he concedes anyways. I always just want to grape shot people. I literally just always want to grape shot people. It's so bad. I'm like, oh, we stopped at 4. We could have went to 2. He conceded anyways. We'd already won. I just want to grape shot people so bad. It's so much fun. Okay, so unknown opponent. So we just go in with the same list. No changes. Okay, so yeah, I don't know what this dude's on, but maybe we'll get lucky and we can grape shot him in game 2. I feel like we're definitely a little bit of a disadvantage not knowing what he's on. And that's funny because that actually ends up being one of the drawbacks of the Epic Storm. The deck's so fast, like a lot of the time you don't even know what your opponent's playing when you're doing well. It happens. Okay, this hand is a keep. And King Freuk over there is on the play. I like his avatar or whatever, though. The Protector. Alright, yeah, keep. Blue to Delta. Okay, well, that could be so many decks. Brainstorm will protect us from any discard. It's like Grixis Control or even Storm. Next turn, if we don't need to use the Brainstorm, we can Brainstorm ourselves. Thoughtseize looks pretty good to me. I'm glad we drew that. Because he's probably a blue deck. Brainstorm on our end step. Looking more and more like Storm by the second. It's possible we should have pointed the Thoughtseize at him, but he did have a Brainstorm to play around it, right? So, boo-hoo, spilt milk, no crying. Okay, cool, preordained. This is looking more and more like Storm by the second. We're gonna find out this turn, though. Okay, so we're gonna Brainstorm, and we are bummed that we did not find an Infernal Tutor or a Burning Wish or Ad Nauseam or even Empty the Warrens. But that's okay. Surgical Extraction. Okay. That's a good hit. We definitely want to be drawing our Brainstorms to find combo pieces, because we are a combo deck. Enjoy looking at the list, my opponent. I hope you like my mixed, matched, and awful artwork cards. As you look through my deck to take my Brainstorms. He hasn't taken one from the graveyard yet. Maniacal Laugh, leave it in the graveyard. I'll flash it back. Doesn't matter. He doesn't need to take that one, I guess. Hope he remembers to, though. Bummer when you accidentally play a card wrong, right? Really giving the deck a good inspection. Looking at all of my cards. Cool. Yep, Brainstorm. So he's going to be able to hide some stuff. Depending on what his hand is, I don't even feel too bad about playing out a Lotus Petal and playing our second Thoughtseize this turn. I honestly wouldn't feel too bad about that, depending on what he does reveal. Considering he's hiding things, we need to try to rip away whatever resources he has under it. If this is this is Storm, and I mean, these are all cards that Storm play. It still could be Grixis Control at this point. Or, I mean, I would expect to have seen Counter Magic, or I would have said maybe even Delver, but Delver you normally see Daze or Spell Pierce pretty early from them. Okay, yeah, so it's totally Grixis Control, which is cool. Yeah, so he shuffled, so there's nothing hidden on top of his library. He's just getting rid of the cards he didn't want. He has kept somewhat troublesome hand for us, but we can take the Snapcaster, which will take his blue card for Force of Will. We can play this Lotus Petal and cast another Thoughtseize on him. And take his Thoughtseize. We'll yield through the turn. When he makes us discard a card, we're going to discard Red Flame. Well, maybe we should discard Clue of the Delta, but we're going to discard Red Flame if he tries to put work in with Kolgan Command. Okay, you're just finding with its K command. Choose a card to discard. Discard a Red Flame. He returned his Snapcaster Mage to his hand. Okay. Sure. What? Okay. Sure. Guess he was trying to protect that hint to Torok. I mean, those are just in my graveyard now. It's possible in the next couple turns we can set up Pass and Flames line. I'm like really surprised that he chose the line that he did to do that. I mean, he wiped our hand, but at what cost? Okay, so he's rebuilding. Kind of quick. We still need a little bit of help, but that's okay. I guess maybe I shouldn't be questioning that line so much. It has put him in a position where he is in advantage over us. I just don't know if I were him if I would have done that. Okay, so he's chosen to try to fate seal me. I feel like that, I don't know. If I were him, I would probably be brainstorming with that right here. He has one card in hand. I guess maybe if the card in his hand is surgical extraction. This isn't very impressive, but it doesn't really matter if it's impressive. It's something. We could lose this one. Well, there's another game. And it's not like we don't have some pressure. Top of our library is pretty open to rip. We definitely could set up a Pass in Flames line at this point if we were to get a couple of okay draws. I mean, that wasn't even really a bad draw. Cake Man can hit this wherever it is, but he has more cards that can hit it in hand, so we're going to put it out. Boy, you better hope I don't draw Burning Wish. Still fate sealing me. Jace is apparently his clock. He left a card on top of our library. So at the end of his turn, we're going to shuffle. Can't make me discard a card if I don't have a card in my hand to discard, punk. Okay. So he's shifting modes. Now that he is stabilized against our, what did we have? Were they, was that just 4 goblins? Now that he's stabilized against our 4 goblins, he's gonna switch his clock, apparently. How funny would it be if he actually stopped blocking and started attacking that? Alright, let's attack him. Take it. Take it. Take it. Okay, so he does block. Alright, so he's at 6. 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 mana open. Ponder. And we get there. Awesome. Cool, so update our records section. Cool. We're 3-0 over Elves, Miracles, and Grixis Control. Haven't dropped a game yet, despite maybe being slow on some hand recognition throughout the league. But regardless of having a few stray thoughts, we've managed to find some pretty cohesive lines. And that last game was just hilarious. I mean, seriously, that game was really, really entertaining to me personally. So I hope you guys had fun too. Watch out for those goblins. 4 of them will get you. Yep. Alright, so yeah, normally we do get paired around 30 seconds, so this is just a little bit past that. Definitely don't want to have you guys just sitting in the queue the entire time, so it's kind of my bad. The list feels good though. Yeah, list feels good. It's pretty uniform. I mean, we're playing play sets of pretty much the entire main deck outside of lands, and then Entry the Words at ad nauseum. I like it. The only real thing I could see myself maybe tweaking for a personal list would maybe be just going back to 4 Echoing Truth and opening up the Chain of Vapor slot in the sideboard. Maybe play like Talent Performance or something. But this list looks pretty tight. We'll keep this. unknown opponent on the play. Okay. Okay, so we could Infernal Tutor for a second Lion's Eye Diamond on this turn, but I just want to point Duress at him. Okay, so we're likely just going to get Wastelanded here, and we pretty much just turned on his Dredge Engine, but whatever, that's okay. The matchup against lands is definitely in our favor, so I'm not too worried about it. We just aren't going to play out. We're just not going to feed him lands to be ported down or wastelanded. We can help from doing it. Interesting. Pretty confident in yourself to see a duress from an opponent off of a non-basic land and not wasteland them. It wouldn't have mattered either way, because we drew Lion's Eye Diamond, but our opponent was very bad. Not the best ad nauseum I've ever seen. We do just need a Burning Wish or Infernal Tutor, though. And we can pass the turn to him with pretty much no fear, so... Should be noted that instead of tapping the Underground Sea, I should have tapped the Badlands, so we would be able to cantrip here, because we have to stop. He just has lands in his hand. I'm gonna make Empty the Warrens tokens, because I don't think he's going to be able to do anything about that. So we just win on our untap. Opponent's still very bad. Okay, so he concedes anyways. He had a draw step, so I just wanted to make sure that he had not draw crop rotation. If he had played crop rotation into Tabernacle of Pendra Vale, that would have been an issue for us. So I just wanted to point the duress at him. But he conceded the duress. Must have known he didn't have any outs, so we should have tapped our Badlands instead of our Underground Sea, so we would have had access to blue. So we could have pondered to try to find a Burning Wish to pair with our other spells, but we made it out. So sideboarding for this matchup is very easy. M3 Warrens is not good against them because of Tabernacle. These bound spells are. We're able to interact with Thorn of Amethyst, or Spear of Resistance, or even Chalice of the Void, or whatever pieces of hate they might be bringing in for game 2. This hand's not bad. I actually think this hand has some potential, so we're going to keep. I like that we can interact with any permanent-based hate with Chain of Vapor if he plays it on turn 1, and if he does not, we can play Thoughtseize at him and possibly take a piece of hate that he maybe didn't have enough mana to drop, or even if he boarded in a creature such as Tireless Tracker, we could take that, for instance, and keep him off of landing a good clock while we try to set up an ad nauseam line with this Dark Ritual and Infernal Tutor once we find a way to get Hellbent. But that is Chalice Void on 1, which is an issue for Chain of Vapor. It's one of the things I don't like about Chain of Vapor, actually, and as I mentioned in between the rounds, that if I was to change anything for my personal preferences, it might be cutting the Chain of Vapors, just because this just feels lousy. We're in a position where if this were an Echoing Truth, we wouldn't be soft blocked out of the game. But hey, we can draw Echoing Truth still, and we are playing Pulverize, so if we draw a Burning Wish, we can set up a line with Pulverize. There's probably Tireless Tracker coming down. Oh, okay, no it's not, he just has a colorless mana floating. Because this taps for 2, that makes sense. If this were an Echoing Truth at the end of this turn, I would point it at Chalice of the Void, even though we don't know if we were going to be able to get Hellbent. In good faith that our deck will get us there. We do not have that luxury currently. Alright. This is something, though. Okay. I'm just thinking if we want to actually cast Pulverize this turn, or if we want to cast it next turn after fetching it this turn. We're not under pressure to be killed by Merit Lage on his next turn. And we can fetch for another mountain if he is able to wasteland us. Excuse me. We'll grab one of our badlands. And grab the second one. So if that had been Echoing Truth and I'd done that aggressive line, we wouldn't have had a line anyways. So, with that being said, I'm glad we drew Burning Wish, and I don't necessarily feel bad about my opinion on Chain of Vapor. I do like the card. I guess up until recently, I personally have been playing the Echoing Truth package, which I really liked. So, alright, so I was kind of hoping we were going to find a Lion's Eye Diamond, because it's hard to get Hellbent for us currently. 5, 6, 7. So we don't have enough to combo. Oh yeah, that's right. I look foolish for that. That's countered. I don't know what I was thinking. I guess I wanted to get in and look at his hand to see if he had more artifacts that we would want to get rid of before just pulverizing now. But that misplay has actually given me an idea, so I'm almost grateful that I'm a scrub. This is going to help us get Hellbent a little bit easier. We're going to pulverize. And now all the smack that I talked about Chain of Vapor goes out the window. As for 1 mana, we are about to bounce his Merit Lage. Thank you, Chain of Vapor. The list feels good. List feels good. That was cool. We might not win this one. If he plays a Wasteland right here, that would suck. Port would also not be fun. Either of those 2 cards. I feel like he probably has access to them too, by the way. I mean, this is turn 5. I'm surprised that we aren't dealing with that already. He's probably trying to figure out a way to rebuild. Yeah, Port. Okay. That Port's going to be pretty good against us. Excuse me. Yeah. How about this, buddy? In response, I'll tap for 1 blue, and I'll do nothing with it. Showed him. Yep. Alright, so so we're only a draw away from being able to ad nauseam. We just need 2 more mana to play around that port. That could be a Red Flame, preferably not a Red Flame because he might have crop rotation for Bazooka Bog, but it could be a Red Flame if he doesn't have rotation. A Dark Ritual, or a Lion's Eye Diamond. Yeah. Not bad. Not the worst draw. But it could be negated by him drawing a Wasteland and taking away our Underground Sea. We don't have anything we can respond with, so we're just going to yield right through this turn. It'd be awesome if we just drew an LED here, and that he didn't have a Wasteland. Although, I mean, even with a Wasteland, it wouldn't matter. Even if he draws Wasteland, just drawing LED would fix that. Be nice to get a nice solid 4-0. Okay, yeah, so he's trying to rebuild. Ports down our C, but we draw land. He's at 12, storm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Total mana is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, we are going to grab, well, it doesn't really matter. I guess we'll grab our swamp. Crazy, we wouldn't even be here still if it wasn't for that Chain of Vapor that I talked so much smack about. We drew our Burning Wish, we pulverized, it was awesome, and I was talking crap for no reason. Cool. Well, he's dead. I want to try to grape shot him though. Please don't concede. I really want to grape shot you. Please let me grape shot you. Please let me grape shot you. I don't think our opponent realizes how happy he'd make me if I could grape shot him. What is he? Is he playing? What possible response could he have? I don't understand. I hope he's not planning to just let the clock run out. He might. He might be doing that. He might be offended that I didn't stop when I could have killed him. I just kept going, but I just really want to grape shot him. I love grape shotting people. Okay, so he does have a surgical extraction. I'm surprised. That's not normally. What is he taking? Dark ritual. That doesn't matter. He can't. That's not doing anything to us. Okay, so this is the first time I've seen surgical extraction out of the lands. Literally the first time. It's something that I've in the past have like thought about the potential of them playing, because it would put us in an awkward position if they surgical extracted our burning wishes, because we don't bring in tendrils of the agony against them because they don't play surgical extraction. He had it, but it wasn't able to do anything really. Okay. So I also could have done that with a Lion's Eye Diamond, but it's been a minute since I've cast Chain of Vapor, to be honest with you. So, whatever, it doesn't matter. We're still going to get up enough storm for a grape shot. I actually want to put a duress at him. He's going to concede to this, unfortunately. But, oh, he didn't. It is so nice of our opponent to let us do this. I'm really, really grateful with him. And yes, we do have to, in case you're wondering, we do have to go above Storm 20 to grape shot him. It is not the same if you just grape shot someone when they're a 10. It's not the same. No! No! Almost. So close, but no cigar. It was like a moral grape shot, though, because we were right there. So, whatever. So we still haven't dropped the game, which is sweet. Want to try to see if we can get paired for the last round and update our record section. We are 4-0. Finish strong. It'd be cool to get the 5-0, especially recording. And also, this is literally the first time I've played the stock list in months. So it's cool to just jam the stock list from the website and do well with it. That always feels good. I'm always playing weird stuff because I like to play a ton of fun cards. Like Toman Performance is a lot of fun, and a lot of time you guys will catch me getting away with trying to play like Mrs. Mastery. The cards are mean, but if I end up putting it in a video, I'll explain more. It's a lot more flexible than the face value would make you think. But today we're just playing some good old-fashioned website list. Class we're net deckers. Sorry. I'm sorry. You guys are gonna message Brian and be like, Brian, I don't really like this new guy you got doing videos. He's really weird. And then that'll be the end of this, but whatever. We've got you guys in front of me for now, so that's cool. Plus, we got to talk about something while we're just sitting here for a minute and a half waiting to get paired for a match. It's so funny how much smack I was talking about Chain of Vapor, though. We're talking... I mean, I'm like, I'm going to cut it from this list, I'm going to play this different, and this needs to be Echoing Truth, or I'm going to Echoing Truth that Chalice the Void and just draw the right card, but no. We drew Burning Wish, we pulverized, it was awesome, and then Chain of Vapor just dismissed his Merit Lage very easily, so that was cool. Good match. Couple easy matchups in this league, though. I mean, Elves is not tough for us. We're definitely favored in that matchup, and Lands is easy too. We played against 2 control decks. We're going to try to finish strong here now. Blade of Ice. I don't know who this dude is either. That's fine. We're going to try to finish strong, get this 5-0. This hand's almost good, but that second Burning Wish makes it very clunky. I'm going to keep. We might be able to make something out of this. We're going to play our Swamp, and then we're going to point to rest at him. And depending what we draw, we're most likely just going to play a Burning Wish next turn, and whatever he's on will determine what we grab. Cool, Swamp. Duress. Bam. Okay, so our last round is a mirror match. 1, 2, 3. We're going to take his Ponder. We can play out Lotus Petal, but I actually think it's of equal value as Rite of Flame. So sorry, our opponent just messaged us something. He said, aren't you contractually obligated to play a turn 1 Plains by your name? That's pretty funny. In real life, I actually use a basic Plains playmat. At the Leaving a Legacy event in Massachusetts a couple weeks ago, I actually had 3 opponents tell me that they put me on Death and Taxes Um, so whatever, that's funny. If I had, I missed the top 8 for that event by a pretty big punt on my behalf, but if I had won that event, they let you put a card in the trophy. I absolutely would have put basic planes. Like, I'm literally gonna go back to that open the next time they have it just to try to get that trophy. I really want it with the basic planes in it. All right, so yeah, this is the mirror. I hate the idea of trying to get a blue source out in Volcanic Island this turn. Past in Flames, from where we're at and what we have to work with, seems really slow. Since we have 2 Burning Wish, we could switch to that plan pretty easily if we get punished for getting Dark Petition right here. But that's what I'm going to do. Lotus Petal is not a very high-profile target if he were to point discard at us, so we're going to keep it in hand. It's much more likely he would take our Dark Petition. After that, maybe Burning Wish. Or, I mean, actually, you know what? He might just take Rite of Flame. That's not even the worst choice. But I don't think Lotus Petal would be the suspect in that exchange. Okay, we're gonna feint that we have a cantrip to respond to discard with. We're gonna draw Past in Flames also to give us a buffer if he finds disruption. His clock, he's had 2 draws and now he has a ponder. If he drew like a Dark Ritual and an Infernal Tutor and finds a ponder or finds an LED off his ponder, we're dead. There's definitely things that could have happened in between our initial discard and now that would result in us losing this game 1. This still off this Brainstorm could still be the end of us, and I'm very worrisome of his untap, because next turn, between the 2 Lotus Petals we know in his hand, the Brainstorm that's currently on the stack, he just needs 1 more card to put him on threshold for Cabal Ritual, which, okay, so he does find discard. So he has 2 Lotus Petals, a Cabal Ritual, and an unknown card. So if that's an Infernal Tutor, we are in some deep shit. Okay, so we took our Dark Petition. Kind of thought that might happen. He had that Brainstorm. So he's probably hiding a card on top of his library. We have access to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana total. So, okay, well, if he's hiding a tutor, we're just dead, and there's really nothing we can do about that. Taking one of the wall rituals is probably the best thing we can do, and that's not even good. Like, it's really not. Well, that's not a bad draw, and we're still alive, which I'm kind of surprised about. That brainstorm must not have been as good as he had hoped. We don't know for certain that he has that Lotus Petal, so I'm going to get rid of it and assume that it's an unknown card. It's possible to shuffle away that Lotus Petal with right before that brainstorm when you ponder. But yeah, so we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 mana for Past in Flames with 4 mana open. 4, 5, 6, 7. So we really want to try to keep our black mana open here. This has been a pretty iffy ad nauseum. Well, we're going to have to try to figure out some way to get him on the next turn, because this doesn't look incredible for us. So there's a dark ritual, and was it a Chrome Mox on top of our library right now? And we could just be dead here. 3. We're most likely dead right here, by the way. That ad nauseam was not good. Yep. We should have kept flipping. Oh, we couldn't. We couldn't keep flipping. We're at 2. GG. Can't be mad about it. It was a bad, ad nauseum. Too bad we hadn't hit a duress. The Thoughtseize we weren't able to cast because we would have died. If we'd hit a duress, we could have taken that Cabal Ritual. Okay, so I really want to finish strong. I do not want to lose this. I'm going to be kicking myself if I do. Obviously, what happened happened. I can't change it. I just got to focus on game 2 and then take it literally one game at a time. We can pull this match out and we can go 5-0. Well, it's been fun either way, and we'll see what happens. First game we dropped all league. His hand's not bad. Start off with a ponder. We're likely going to imprint Thoughtseize onto Chrome Mox to Thoughtseize him. It's too bad that too bad that Underground Sea wasn't a Polluted Delta or something. Next turn, really like to have an effect to pair with Brainstorm to shuffle. Okay, well, we can't really stop him from cantripping. His hand's very good against discard. Take Dark Ritual, trying to slow him down, and we'll play these out. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to force us to discard, but just in case. Yeah. Alright, so I would much rather use this Brainstorm right now than just have him take it. We are Brainstorm locked. As much as I hate losing the mirror, if it happens, I always just try to learn from it. That last ad nauseum in the first game, it's unfortunate that didn't get there. We played really well, in my opinion. We were able to set up that Past in Flames line over the course of the entire game to set up that ad nauseum. The ad nauseum ended up being bad. We went all the way down to 2 life, and weren't able to find a line. We chose to ponder to try to set up for a kill on the following turn. Maybe we could have brainstormed there, but we had the top 3 cards. Wouldn't have changed our situation, so it wouldn't have even done anything. So right here, as much as I want to keep this Dark Ritual, I think it's safer in play underneath Chrome Box. Just want to rip Infernal Tutor and kill him. We go on to game 3 and 5-0 this. Well, what are you going to do, right? Live by the storm, die by the storm. No reason to be ashamed. I feel all of the hands we kept in this match were definitely keepable. And definitely played to our outs game 1 for sure. We kept flipping. If we kept flipping, we would have went to 1. And from there, we would have been fine. I'm pretty sure. I need to go back and watch it, but I'm pretty sure if off that ponder that if we had continued flipping, we would have been fine. It's just 2 is where you want to stop, so I don't know. I can beat myself up all day about it, but you know, these videos, more than being competitive, these videos are for all of us to learn and together. Storm is literally a never-ending learning process. It's kind of like jazz or something, right? We're literally always going to be getting better, and there's nothing that beating myself up about it is going to do. I just need to learn and improve on my mistakes in the future. He has Flusterstorm. And can passive flame us next turn to kill us. We're mana short for ad nauseum. Well, I really wanted to get a 5.0 for my first video for the website. We weren't able to do so. Going 4-1. Still alright though. The list feels good. Yeah, and we only dropped 2 games over the entire league, so that's cool too. So not perfect, still room for improvement, but that's the thing about Storm. We're always just going to be getting better and learning, and I don't know, I'll see you guys soon. Until then, keep storming. I'm Landon Sworts with theepicstorm.com. Thank you again so much for checking out this video.